Thursday here in Berea, Mary Kay, and the big news of the day, of course, Robert Griffin III named the starting quarterback for the Browns. No big surprise, but it is now official.
Yeah, you know what? It is no big surprise. We thought this was going to happen. Hugh just took his good old time making the announcement, but RG is very excited about this. This is an opportunity for him to go out and show that he can be successful. This is only his second start in his last 29 games, so he might have to knock off the rust a little bit. He's going to have to play very quickly against that Bengals front.
Maybe the biggest surprise in all of this is that Cody Kessler will be the backup, not veteran Josh McCown.
Yeah, well, you know what? They need to see as much of Cody as they possibly can. They don't really need to see any more of Josh McCown. So now that Cody is cleared from that concussion, if he can step in there at all, it's good data for the Browns.
A piece of bad news for the Browns. John Greco, you talked to him today, and he said he's a little concerned that he might have the same injury Joel Bitonio, a Liz Frank injury. It could be a year recovery for Greco. This is a veteran guy, and he's pretty vital to this offensive line.
Yeah, he really is. And, he's having the surgery later if he has to have it. Joel had it in October, so he probably will be ready for the start of the season. Now, with John having it so late, who knows if he will be. It'll take him a while to come back from that. But big loss for the Browns, and how fluky is that? 2 Liz Franks in the same year for their guards.
Yeah, we saw Bitonio in the cart earlier, and then it was John Greco today in the locker room wheeling around on that little scooter. Last thing, Columbus. The Browns slated to move training camp there, it looks like, in 2018. Look, a lot of teams do this. They have training camp off-site, but is anything different about the Browns doing this?
Well, first of all, our old friend Tom Reed has promised that we can all crash at his pad for the 3 weeks of training camp. So thank you, Tom Reed, for that. But you know what? I think Hugh said something very important today. He wants to make sure that they do right by the fans here in Northeast Ohio that want to come out and see their Browns. So they'll be here in Berea for probably at least a week of training camp. They will also open up some other things, such as rookie mini camp at FirstEnergy Stadium like they've done before, and try to make it so that Browns fans around here can also see these guys practice. But most of training camp is going to be in Columbus starting in 18.
Yeah, and that's a good thing for the fans, of course. And, look, the other good news is it's a couple hours down 71. You'll still be able to see the team practice. And like I said, a lot of NFL teams do move their camps. We'll see how that goes. Still a couple years away. We'll have full coverage of the day. All of those stories at cleveland.com/Browns.